The mission of JA is to prepare and inspire young people to succeed in a global economy, empowering young people to own their own economic success. For our Distinguished Alumni Award recipient David Caliguiri's success is the convergence of his passion and dedication to the Pittsburgh community with the successful management of his own business. His success comes as a result of many experiences and opportunities that can be broken down into several phases of his life. David was born and raised in Pittsburgh to the parents of Jean and Dick Caliguiri. His dedication to his community can be traced back to his parents. His father was Pittsburgh's late mayor, and his mother, a woman dedicated to giving to the Pittsburgh community. David was born into a family that fostered and elevated his personal dedication with great community service. He went to Alderdice High School, where he first became involved in Junior Achievement, a program that continued to set the stage for his success. In the 1980s, JA was committed to teaching life skills like balancing checkbooks and learning budgets to more hands-on skills like how to make cookie sheets and hangers. It is rumored that David not only made one for his mother, considered a world-class chef by many, but that she still uses that very cookie sheet today. From Alderdice, he went to Syracuse University, where his passion for politics met formal education. He studied political science and English, but more importantly, this is where David first met Katie Sugarbaker, his future bride-to-be. David's first job out of college was as a fundraiser for then U.S. Senator Harris Wofford. With the political skills and talent, David moved to Washington, D.C. to tackle the national stage, where he worked for the Department of Education, in the publishing world, as he was editing a public policy material and also serving on the advancement team for the White House. Knowing he could use his education, skills, and passion in his hometown community, he was able to return home to work for the local state senator, Jay Costa. He helped with issues around the elderly, local community initiatives, and development projects. To further hone his education and life skills, he turned to law school at the University of Pittsburgh and graduated in 2000. Realizing his best kind of lawyer is a non-practicing one, David once again found himself immersed in politics and government, this time as a campaign manager for the former mayor, Tom Murphy. After a successful campaign, David went to work as a government affairs consultant for various Pittsburgh-based firms. In 2011, he launched his own public affairs and communications firm, the Caliguiri Group, where he specializes in connecting policymakers with nonprofits and small businesses. The establishment and vitality of his own firm is the epitome of success for our Distinguished Award recipient. It gives him not only financial success, but he can explore projects and community organizations that benefit and grow the Pittsburgh community. In addition to a professional commitment and community service, he also is committed to his personal time and is given to numerous organizations. He currently is board president of the PNC YMCA, board member of the Carnegie Science Center, board member of the Academy Charter School, board member of Sprout Foundation, board member of Junior Achievement Young Professional Board, and advisor to Richard S. Caliguiri's City of Pittsburgh Great Race. The fruits of his success are tangible and intangible, whether it's helping his clients navigate public policy, raising money for local charities, seeing the humble gratefulness in the recipients of the YMCA food shelter, or seeing his mom use the cookie sheet he made her in his Junior Achievement program in high school. We can see and feel his success. But above all else is the joy and happiness David has with his wonderful wife Katie and their 3 children, Max, 9, Ellie, 7, and Sam, 1.5. Together they serve many additional community organizations with the hope to inspire their children to do the same. For more than 30 years, Range Resources has been an active partner in this region. In 2004, the company pioneered and discovered the Marcellus Shale in Washington County, which is believed to be among the largest known natural gas fields in the world. The company also drilled the industry's first horizontal Utica and Upper Devonian shale wells, which combined could double or triple potential gas reserves in Pennsylvania. According to the Commonwealth, these achievements and innovations now support 240,000 families, sustaining jobs in Pennsylvania. Independent and state research indicates that the annual consumer savings of these new discoveries exceeds $600 million in lower energy prices in Pennsylvania alone. At the same time, the industry has invested more than $700 million in rebuilding roads and bridges in Pennsylvania and accounts for more than $1 billion in annual tax revenues in Pennsylvania, above and beyond the $200 million in impact fee collections. Expanded natural gas usage has also allowed the United States to achieve 20-year low greenhouse gas emissions and helped to significantly reduce our imports of foreign oil. The company's philosophy is simple: to be good stewards of the communities where we live and work. As a result, Range has consistently been among the largest supporters of hunger-related causes, youth agricultural education efforts, home heating assistance, and environmental and conservation efforts in southwestern Pennsylvania. Through many volunteer hours and charitable donations, Range and its employees support thriving communities. When called upon, Range employees have rolled up their sleeves and participated in many projects, including river cleanup and relief to flood-stricken areas. The company is committed to the responsible development of our nation's abundant energy resources and to leave a legacy that we can all be proud of for future generations. Weavertown Environmental Group was named Western Pennsylvania Family Business of the Year by the University of Pittsburgh Katz School of Business in 2000. Dawn was named Outstanding Businesswoman of the Year by the Chamber of Commerce of Washington County in 2004. In 2011, honored as one of the top 15 leaders with the Women in Business Award and received the Diamond Award, recognizing her as one of the top CEOs in Pittsburgh. This evening, she is proud and humbled to receive the Entrepreneurial Achievement Award from Junior Achievement. This is the reason the story starts here. When someone asks Dawn who she is or what she's about, she states the following: I am about the team, building a brand, becoming the safest company possible, and delivering the best quality and service there is when it comes to environmental cleaning, industrial services, towing and maintenance, and stone and aggregate delivery. All of the business units Dawn leads at Weavertown Environmental Group emphasize 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. This is no easy task, and Dawn achieves this while being a single mom. She is a mother of 2 children, Nikolai, 17 years old, Victoria, 15. They are both very active, and there are times Dawn has been seen at her daughter's softball games on the phone behind a tree so as not to interrupt the other spectators, but to be certain she doesn't miss a play either. She is a second mother to Stephen Nicholas, 24, and has been very influential in his upbringing and career development. He currently serves as a full-time recruiter for WEG. Dawn, like many leaders, has identified a few people in the course of her lifetime who she credits with much of her success, the first being her mother and father. Dawn is the youngest of 3 daughters, and she feels she was blessed to be the baby. For the other babies in the room, she hopes that your experience was as positive as hers. When asked at 13 what she wanted to be when she grew up, Dawn knew immediately she wanted to be a career businesswoman and own her own business one day. Dawn was the vision behind Ken and Macmillan being recertified as a Future Business Leaders of America school when she was in the 9th grade. Her goal and dream has been achieved thanks to her entrepreneurial father, Donald, who more than 31 years ago founded a company called Weavertown Transport Leasing Incorporated, which started out as a transportation company with only 1 truck and 1 driver. That was her dad. Weavertown Environmental Group was formed a few years later and is currently a multi-million-dollar business with more than 200 employees. Dawn attended Robert Morris College after she graduated high school in 1983. She moved to Phoenix, where not only did she meet her next boss, but a true mentor in business. She's had the rare opportunity to work side by side with Carlton Phillips, Century Pacific Corporation, which was a NASDAQ specialty stock brokerage firm specializing in IPOs. However, the unique situation was Carl's former business partner being Charles Keating. Dawn is a leader who gives back to her community and currently serves on the board of General Carbide, Washington Hospital, and Allegheny Conference. She is the Washington County Coordinator for Orsanco River Sweep. She is involved with the International Assistance Group. She serves as a mentor for the University of Pittsburgh Institute of Entrepreneurial Excellence and is a driving force behind Auberly, which helps neglected and troubled children throughout southwestern Pennsylvania. Dawn is a member of the Young Presidents Organization and has served as Regional Chapter Health Officer, Chapter Chair, and Education Chair. Dawn has also served as the Admissions Committee for the Duquesne Club and was a former advisory board member for the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland. Dawn has been sought after as a speaker and panelist for Marcellus Shale Supply Chain and recently participated with Range Resources for Energy, which was held this past August. Dawn has no problem asking for an order. However, she is much too humble to ask for recognition, and tonight is one of those nights. She is proud and honored to be here tonight to accept this award from Junior Achievement and to share with you her story in hopes that through her story, it will motivate someone in this room to pursue their own dreams and goals. If she can help you along the way, pick up the phone and call. If she can help, Dawn will. Lou Testoni has always thrown great passion, energy, and focus at everything he decides to pursue, both in his personal and professional lives. At the young age of 12, he knew attending college would be a game changer for the life he wanted for himself and his family. Therefore, he began working and saving for college by delivering newspapers 7 days a week, growing his customer base from 50 to 150 during a 4-year stint. By the time Lou was in college, he was attending classes full-time and working part-time during the school year. He worked as many as 3 summer jobs at once to help fund his college expenses. At one point, he worked in a grocery store in the morning, delivered flowers in the afternoon, and retrieved golf balls at a driving range late in the evening. Prior to attending Providence College, Lou started his college education as an engineering major at the University of Rhode Island. Fortunately, both Lou and the university realized he was not meant to be an engineer. Thanks to this early realization, Lou refocused his career goals and graduated from Providence College as an accounting major in 1971. After graduation, the Vietnam War was still a current event at the time, and Lou entered the Army, became an officer, and served in various leadership roles until late 1974. It was while stationed at the Pentagon that Lou got the biggest break of his life. He met Kathy. Lou immediately knew Kathy was his soulmate, even if Kathy didn't know it. Lou began asking Kathy to marry him 7 months into the relationship, and 4 proposals later, she finally accepted. They were married 3 months later. Nearly 39 years later, they're an inseparable team working to make a difference in the lives of their family and friends, their community, and the people around them. Honorably discharged from the Army, Lou was recruited by 4 of the then Big 8 firms, beginning his career with Coopers & Lybrand in late 1974. In 1984, Lou and his family agreed to transfer to Pittsburgh as a partner and immediately adopted their new hometown as their own. Lou held an increasingly great leadership role in Pittsburgh and was named the office managing partner in 1994. When Coopers merged with Price Waterhouse, Lou continued to hold leadership roles in Pittsburgh and became the managing partner of the merged firm in 2000, finishing his career as the Lake Erie market managing partner upon his retirement in 2010. Lou's passion for youth, learning, and education began the first time he volunteered with Junior Achievement. That was in Washington, D.C. Over an 8-year period, Lou volunteered for the JA Evening Program, working with urban school students to develop, build, and sell products door to door as part of the program to expose young people to business concepts. Lou then went on to volunteer for the in-school program, spending time in the high school classrooms, exposing students to more advanced business concepts. He eventually increased his commitment to JA by becoming an active board member in Washington, D.C., and then later transferring his board membership to JA Pittsburgh. Since then, Lou has continued to serve on various boards in his adopted hometown of Pittsburgh, most of them continuing his stream of involvement with youth, learning, and education. For example, he has spent nearly 20 years serving on the board of the Boy Scouts of America. He was board chair for the Epilepsy Foundation for 6 years. He worked on the Workforce Development Committee of the Allegheny Conference and was one of the task chairs for the Mayor's Task Force on Pittsburgh Public Schools, and currently is board chair for the Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh. Through all his experiences, his enthusiasm for youth, learning, and education stands strong as he takes on a new board role with Achieving the Dream, a national reform network dedicated to community college students, their success and completion. What makes for a good neighbor? Most are friendly, kind, supportive, considerate, fun, and helpful when you need. So we considered David Malone for the Junior Achievement Good Neighbor Award. We researched how he measures up as a neighbor that we all want to have. First, David is quite friendly and can assist with residential projects like tree trimming or cleaning the gutters. He even has able-bodied team members to call on for larger neighborhood projects, 3 outstanding kids who are his life. David and his wife Nancy have lovingly raised Callie, Zach, and Max, athletes and business leaders in their own right. And we found David can lead friendly neighborhood competitions with outstanding athletic prowess. And did we mention his modest and diplomatic expertise can help in moderating the occasional neighborly or domestic dispute? He knows when to call in the big guns. Finally, we wanted to make sure that David would be a fun neighbor to have. Does he have a good sense of humor? Does he know how to have a good time? Well, we found this video evidence that speaks to the conclusion. Thus, we determined that yes, David would certainly measure up as a fun and friendly neighbor. But as we open the aperture to look at his contribution to our region's business and community, his impact is simply immeasurable. As president and CEO of Gateway Financial, David serves high net worth families and organizations seeking access to a unique approach to acquiring large blocks of life insurance as a key investment solution. Gateway Financial is a member firm of M Financial Group, a collective that David and Gateway have helped to grow from 13 offices in 1987 to 130 and $2 billion in revenue. Over the years, David has also been involved with the development and ownership of numerous privately owned businesses. This passion for development and regional economic health carries over into his passion for the community with 2 primary areas of work: education and workforce development. He gives tirelessly to numerous organizations that help to move such critical work forward. Youth Places, where he serves as chairman of the board. Robert Morris, vice chair of Changing Lives Building Futures' first ever capital campaign that raised more than $40 million. Pittsburgh Promise, he's the co-chair of development. And Jewish Healthcare, a board member, past chair of Pittsburgh Regional Health Alliance. And since Dave likes to go to bed early, and this could take a while, we'll speed things up a bit to show you the rest of his outstanding leadership in the community with such organizations as Allegheny Conference on Community Development, Children's Home, FNB Corporation, Friends of Church Cabinet, Health Careers Futures, Holy Family Foundation, Jail Collaborative Civic Advisory Committee, Pennsylvania Workforce Investment Board, Pittsburgh Regional Alliance, Strategic Investment Fund, United Way, University of Pittsburgh Cancer Institute, Western Pennsylvania Surgery Center, and Youth Futures Commission. All of these contributions and more make David Malone a good neighbor and a great friend and an immeasurable asset to our region. But ask him yourself how he feels about all of this, and his position is one of gratitude, because his personal good neighbor measurement is based on having a happy family, a job he loves, a growing city that he strolls with pride, and an overwhelming desire to give back. For this, he says, thank you. And let's get on with the show.